What's up, all you learners out there in learning land? Tyler from TenthumbsPro.com coming at you with the ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. Today we're doing Quizas, 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 or maybe you know it by cake as perhaps in the chord melody version. Printable tabs for this tutorial and all our tutorials by becoming a Patreon. You'll see links up in the notes, links to the specific tab pinned in the first comment. My email is in the description if you want some one-on-one lessons, but if you came just for this tutorial, that's cool with me. I dig it and I respect it. Go ahead and grab your ukulele, brain and attention span, and once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in, let's do it. Chords first, we got a lot of them, especially when you're including shapes. C minor, O333. F7, 2, 3, 1, 3. This comes from our E7 shape, moved up a fret. If you need help with this particular shape, try practice playing the E7 with these three fingers instead of these three. F sharp diminished. 2, 3, 2, 3. F sharp diminished 7. E sharp or E diminished 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. G minor, O, 3, 2, 1. E7. A minor. D minor up the fretboard, bar the 5th fret, 7th fret with your ring finger. A minor up here, O. So A minor 7 actually. O. 9, 8, 7. B minor 7, move that shape up 2 frets and then get your pinky on the 12th fret. So you're playing 11, 12, 11, 10, 12. And you could remove your index finger. You could play with these 3 fingers too as well, if that were easier for you, because you're not playing the G string on that chord. When you move this finger down a fret and you play 11, 10, 11, this is our E7. We have an A major, bar the 4th fret, middle finger on the 5th fret of the E, ring finger on the 6th fret of the G, and a B minor 7 flat 5, 2, 2, 1, 2. Or it's a D minor with your pinky on the 2nd fret of the A string. So those are all the chords. Let's go ahead and play an intro. This is a combination of a couple different versions I listened to, so it's not the exact intro to anything. And later on in the song, we're going to learn that cake riff, if you'd rather use that as the intro. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and just play our C minor for 1/4. We're going to let it ring 1, 2, open C, 1st fret of the A. 1, 2, and to our F7. You're going to see a couple of chords that only happen in this section. So if you were to skip the intro, the amount of chords you need for the song is actually quite a bit less. F7. Then you make this F diminished shape, but then I just move it down a fret because I hit the 2nd fret, and then I slide it up. So I go, even though I'm only playing the 2nd fret, and you could just play just the 2nd fret, I think it's easier to have that shape ready. So I go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. From there, I bring that shape way up here and grab the 7th fret with my pinky, and I strum all the way through actually to this G minor. Now you can do this intro with free time. The timing's not super important, so you could okay, it's pretty loose. And then we let that ring, so the timing's just a general suggestion, but don't feel obligated to get it exactly right. There's no drums or anything for this part. So you let this ring 1, 2, and on the and, you're going to play 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the E. Slide your index finger down, remove your ring finger, play the 3rd fret, back to 3, 5, and keep these fingers down in this exact shape. Move it up 2 frets, and it becomes 5th fret of the A, 7th of the E. Move it way up, 10 and 12. And then you're going to bar the 7th fret, and play the 8th fret of the C string for an E7. I don't think that we got this one in the intro. If we missed this in the intro, I'm sorry. It's barring the 7th fret, 8th fret of the C. You could do this E7, and I think that we missed this one too that we'll be doing in the song. 4th fret with your middle finger on the 5th fret, or you could do this one. So you have this E7, or this E7. They all work. So why don't we go ahead and play through it nice and slow. Counter out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and. That's where you would kick into the song. Okay? So the song, the cake riff, if you decided to go that route, the cake riff sounds like this. Open A string, open E string 3rd fret, middle finger 2nd fret of the C string, index 1st fret of the E, open C, open E. So you get, you'd strum that E7 and try to keep that E note ringing there too. Okay, and then we jump into the tune. So we have the first little run, open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, open, 2nd fret, A minor with your ring finger on the 3rd fret. You'll either mute it or you'll strum through with your index finger because there's no melody on the 2nd beat. Remove your ring finger and come up and pluck it, the open A, on the and, 3, 4. And on the 4th beat, either a thumb strum or just the open A. You will see me do both. So you get 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, 2, and 3, 4. Is that what I did the first time? Just in case. 1, 2, and 3, 4. With the intro, you get 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Up to our D minor, barring that 5th fret, index on the 7th. Your melody is the 5th fret of the A string, the D note. So strum through with your thumb and really snap that note there. 1, 2, index finger 2nd beat, or you let it ring. 1, 2, 1, 2. To this E7. On this beat here, you're on the 3rd beat of the measure. There's no melody, so you strum through with your index finger. And then, after, you keep your thumb on this side because you're going to use your thumb to pluck this B note of the E7 on the offbeat. 1 or 3 and then I use my thumb on the G string, index on the E, and middle on the A to pluck these 3 strings on the 4th beat. 4. And my thumb again on the and. So I get 1, 2, 3, and 4, and back to the A minor. When we get to the A minor, it's the same thing. 1, 2, and 3, and. So these 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Okay, next 4 measures. Here we are going to, here we start off familiar, D minor, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. But now we're not going to this A minor, we're going to this A minor. Rhythm's the same, melody's going to go E, C. So you'll strum through with your thumb, mute, or index finger strum, 1, 2, and. Then you'll grab that 8th fret on the offbeat, 1, 2, and 3, 4. The 4th beat's the E7, but you want this E note to ring out. So you can either thumb strum the 3, or you can pluck the 3 like this. Those are your two options. You get 4. To slide that ring finger up, you'll remove all your fingers, slide it up, and you'll get your index finger on the 2nd fret here. Strum through with your thumb. 1, 2, and remove that, and then keep this index finger down, slide it back. Then you have your E7. 3, 4, and 1. 1st fret of the G string on the and then you'll get your middle finger on the 2nd fret for the A string. 1. So just from perhaps, you get 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. And it's nice to get them a little shorter so you can get that rest in there. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Down, up, down, up. Let it 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down, up, 3 and 4, and index finger, 'cause there's no melody. I am a robot. I am a robot. I am a robot that likes to do these random solos. Okay, so let's play these 4 measures. 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. A little quicker. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. All right. So, and that would be the first verse. So why don't we go ahead and play through that entire verse, and then we're going to look at the slight modifications in the 2nd verse, because we'll have a verse and then another verse that transitions into the bridge, and then one final verse. So let's play through this verse from the top. Just an 8 measure verse. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and boom. One time without counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice in the perhaps section, I am also sometimes tapping on those little rests. It helps me keep time, and I think it sounds cool. All right, so the next verse. Okay, so I just went through the 2nd verse, actually, and I didn't know this. It's exactly the same. So what would happen is at the very end, after the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we go into part B, and we do that by making this A7 up here. Oh, 9, 7, 7, A minor 7, and we go, so we get perhaps, 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 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and down, up, down with the index finger, and then only the 7th fret. And then you're going to come up and get this B minor 7. So you get 1 and 2 and 3. That's the easiest way to do it because you're just sliding this shape up and getting your pinky on there. 1 and 2 and 3, but you can also lift up and change. So you can either slide this A minor up and get your pinky on the 12th fret, or you can change your fingers to be this shape. I would recommend kind of trying to learn this shape because we're going to get 1 and 2 and 3, open the 12th fret, then you're going to pinch 11 and 12 at the same time on the 4th beat, and then just the 12th fret. So you get 3 and 4 and slide this down a half step. And this is why I like that shape more, because then we just make that easy change instead of having to go. It's a lot more wrist movement there. And then right after this shape, we're actually going to go to back to this shape up here. And the melody is this B note. So you get, from here you get 1, 2, and 3. And what I do is I strum through this with my thumb, mute 7th fret of the E string, and then down with my index finger, no melody. So you get really slow. 1, 2, and 3. Back to the B minor. So the first two measures really, really slow, okay? Really, really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Second half, back to this E7. 1, 2, and. This time it's the mute followed by the 11th fret, mute, and then it will be the 11th fret of the A string. So 11th fret of the C string, 11th fret of the A string. So that third measure here, you get 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, 2, and 3, 4. Up to you. I'm gonna just play those two loose notes. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Remove the middle finger, slide these two down, and play 9 and 9 at the same time. Thumb on the C string, index on the A. Then make this A shape that we talked about in the intro, barring it. 5th fret here, ring on the 6th fret here, and you'll pluck just these two. And then you get down, up on the A string. And 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and. So just the second half. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. These four measures really slow, really, really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next four measures, we start off with that hit. 1, 2, and. Right back into this melody. And 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and. This time the melody note is the 10th fret instead of the down to the 7th fret. So you get 1, 2, and. Move that ring finger back up because we're back into this B minor, and we go and 4 and 1, and 4 and 1. So those first two measures, you get 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and. Okay, third measure looks similar to the measure before it, but we just stay on this E7 the whole time. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we finish the same. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and boom. Then this E7, you would be right back into the original verse. So these four measures, you get 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. And that is how you play the second half. Let's play the whole verse beat from the top. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you have it. Let's go ahead and put the final pieces on this tune. If we put up the last 4 measures of the song, you can see that you play through the verse, verse, part B, verse, and then you play through this the same. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's where it changes. 3 and 4. You go to this B minor 7 flat 5, 3 and 4. Then you just play an A minor, B minor 7 flat 5 again, then an A minor. So the coda just from the very end would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are all the pieces, folks. Thank you for learning with us. That's the whole song. Rock and roll. Have a lovely day, and we'll catch you next Wednesday or Saturday for our next tutorial. Take care and have a lovely day. Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the lesson here at TenthumbsPro.com. We appreciate you learning with us. We'll see you next Wednesday or Saturday for the next lesson. Think about becoming a Patreon. It's cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. Will it accelerate your learning? Perhaps, definitely it will, all right? That is a fact. Like gravity pulls you down, Tenthumbs pulls you up. It's just a fact, just the way it goes. All right.